Hello everyone, it's Rob Sachetto, and I'm welcoming you into my studio for a night of drawing. A night of drawing and chit-chat and things art-related. Tonight, this is, again, I always try to do special things. I've always tried to do new things in each episode. And that is creating art every other day in a live stream to show you guys how kind of I do my art, how this type of art is done, and how I use traditional means to do more zombie art than anyone else on earth. So it sounds pretty specific, but I've been around. I've done a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm just kind of here to show you how I do my work. And, it's pretty easy and simple, and I hope you enjoy it, because this is what we're going to do. So this is a very special night of drawing, because this image is for the Northern Game Expo that's coming up this November 3rd, I believe? No, sorry, October 5th. October 5th, Northern Game Expo is happening at the Crusoe Club. So I'm doing this exclusive print for that show. So this will be handed out as exclusive prints. And there's only a limited supply. So, and it's their poster. It's their sort of promo poster too. So, yes. So I'm doing that tonight. That's something I've never kind of done with you guys before, doing posters. So I'm so old school about it that I actually drew the font, drew the text into the drawing itself. I didn't go in with Photoshop. I'm not going to go in with Photoshop after and do it the easy, fast way of cutting it and pasting it. I actually drew it in there, because I want it to look very authentic, right? I want it to look all uniform and like that I did it. So yes, any other text is fine to go on it, but I wanted that to be really part of it. So yeah, that's why that's going on, and I love doing that. I love integrating those things in if I can do it and make them more personal. So yes. What day are we today? Sunday? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. Sunday. What a weird weekend it was. For me anyway. But yes, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm here to prolong the weekend for you with a little bit more fun. A little bit more fun in that day. Get some more out of your weekend with drawing. Is that, I'm wondering if that angle is too high, or maybe that's better. Yeah, okay, we'll try that. And you see what I mean, right? By actually drawing the letters, I get to, and you could obviously do this digitally, right? But yeah, I wanted to draw it right into the design, like a cave person. Yes, right. But no one, virtually no one on Earth, draws the text in anymore, man. That's very rare, if ever. What fool would still do that, But I do. Yeah. So, anywho, yeah, this is what we're doing, and looking forward to the Northern Game Expo as well. I'll be there. I'll be there to regale you all with live art drawings. I'll be doing drawings there live, as I will have my, of course, Zombie Handbook available, and both Cape Fear books, the graphic novel and the issue 1 basically comic. So yeah, Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there to greet you if you want to come say hi. We're live. So I'm doing basically brain matter now, and blood spatter. So this is this is the artwork or illustration they wanted me to zombify, basically. So for the thing, but I change the word, obviously the word and stuff. Yeah, and just zombify the image, right? But I asked today, I think, if it was okay if I did brains, and they emphatically agreed that would be cool. So I was like, okay, So we've got brains, and you know what? I'm kind of doing this. I'm not adhering to like actual brain matter. There's like a lot of veins in here to spice it up, but it's brain, like it's brain matter, right? It's just got veins in it to kind of spice it up, to kind of add that little bit of gross detail that I can exploit later with inks, As long as it still looks like brain, we're doing fine. But it does have veins in it, And I love that look. I love that kind of that look of it's a bulbous, almost veiny cyst, basically, right? It gets all rotting, and you want to try to capture that. yeah. And Donkey Kong's in there. and Donkey Kong is in there too, with the boiled cyst, veiny boiling cyst. Yes, but those are things you think about when when you're drawing this kind of stuff, right? This kind of material. You want to you want to do the De Niro method of acting, man. And experience it. Donkey Kong. And sometimes you just can't do that, so you have to sort of live vicariously through other people's interpretation, like dinosaurs, for example. Like I dislike having to use other artists' work as reference, but what else can you really do but that? Like there's unless you just make it up yourself. But if you want to stay kind of like semi-accurate to the thing, like you almost have no choice. And what I try to do too is use, if I can, statues, like dinosaur statues, like even rubber toys, just so I have the basic look of it, and I could go from there. So I don't necessarily have to use, but I mean, then you could argue like those rubber dinosaur figures are from an artist themselves too, right? So I mean, you could argue that. So it's almost impossible not to use another artist's rendition or pose or something as reference to do dinosaurs, because what else, right? Like. Yeah, things I think about. Things I think about. Yeah, so I want this to be very explosive, like this as well. So I'm going to do not the exact same color scheme, but a color scheme rather, but a color scheme that is complementary to this. So I think there'll be a lot of pink and black and blue, you know, and then him, like, obviously his fur is gonna be brown but have dirt in it and stuff, you know, like it's gonna be zombie, everything's zombie, right? So yeah, so there's gonna be, you know, things going on in there, you know, whatever. But I think for the most part, he's going to be like a cool gray probably, and then the brown fur, and then maybe some yellow highlights. Yes. So I'm working that stuff out. We're working it out. How are you and Barbara doing? We're working it out. Okay. Enough said. So, and even in doing this, which is obviously Donkey Kong, you know, I'm trying to give this a backstory as well. Like, why is he? What is his motivation for, like, plowing through brains, man? Yeah, I know it sounds stupid because it doesn't matter. It's the visual, right? Who cares? Like, who cares how you got there? But I kind of do, you know. Yeah, I can think of things. I've got reasons, man. But you know, you have to sort of draw it for a reason and have that backstory in there to give it a little bit more life, right? And that's for you. You don't have to share that with anybody, like how you got there, you know. But yeah, you sometimes have to go there to imagine stuff, to draw it, you know. Call the police. Yes. Just musings. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Trying to give you a little more oomph, a little more happiness to your weekend with the drawings. As you can see, I hope that you've been able to see this okay. Yeah, I think so. I think it's far enough that you guys can see, right? Because that's the point, right? I gotta check my 9. Yeah, brain matter. Brain matter. Yeah. Nice, and you know what? This is really gonna pop, man. I think this is gonna really pop. I'm gonna use some really nice, like, on the pure side of hot or pink, I think, and gray for the brains, you know. And I think yellow with yellow in the background. Yeah. Because yes. Yeah. And that will tee off perfectly because the color contrast alone will make that pop even without the you know, thick holding line. That I will do for sure, you know. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about brain matter. Like, what does it look like? You know, what is it? What's the feeling there? You know. Yeah. Especially when it's kind of smushed. Yeah, I gotta think of those things. Sometimes. Oh, wow, wait. I'm way over here. Why is this mouse doing this? Okay, there we go. Okay, just wanted to check the chat. Oh, I've only been on for 15 minutes, yeah. Okay. It seems like I've done a lot. That's why I'm thinking, you know, there's more folks watching by now. But by now, it's not the now I thought. Yeah, so some of these brain particles, you know, will have a little bit more gray to them. But the thing is, here's this. This is going to be black, no question about it. Yeah, so there might be particles and stuff here, but this is going to be black down here for sure. That much I know. That much I know. Yeah. Okay, now. Canoe. Yeah. Yeah. There. And I think, you know, the zombified Donkey Kong is pretty good. I think I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way I zombified him. You know, making him look more primitive almost. You know, and taking away his pretty much face flesh. Yeah. Yes. Always reminds me of Event Horizon. That crazy. That's a man. You must watch this movie if you've not seen it. And if you've not seen it, more's the pity. Yeah, like #1 in horror. Yeah, what a great film that was, man. Yeah, astonishing. Great horror movie. That's what I watch every once in a while, like every year for sure. I'll put that on, man. You know, yeah, Event Horizon, man. Sam Neill. Is it Sam Neill? Yeah. Wow. He's been in some great horror movies, man. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget the names. Kind of concentrating on the teeth here. If you can see, yeah, oh yeah, I'm right in frame, man. I'm right in frame, perfect. You know, got to check that 9, right? But yeah, giving them a way more primitive, you know, look. Teeth akimbo. Yeah, almost like Wrong Turn, man. Like Wrong Turn. Mutant guys. Man, I watched #2 the other day. Oh, it was awful. It was excruciating. And that was the only one I didn't have. I'm like, oh, I have to get that. You know, it was $3 or whatever. And I watched it, and oh man, like I love Henry Rollins and all. Like I think he's great. You know, but that movie was awful. That movie was awful. Yeah. Like you were ever going to watch it anyway. It's okay, Rob. We weren't going to watch it anyway. It's true, though. Yeah. Yeah. That's it was bad. Excruciating is the word. No payoff. The kills were not worth the time, you know. Yeah. In other words, awful. That hand is great. I like that hand. Yeah, that hand is good. You know what I do? I like it. I like it. I like it almost better than the, you know. And that's the thing, right? You zombify the thing. You know, you obviously want to make it look like the thing it needs to look like, but whatever that is, in this case, Donkey Kong. But you always want to retain that familiarity, right, with the character. And I love it when that works. And with little effort sometimes, So yeah, and the consistency too, and I always for me, I always try to keep that consistency, especially within series of stuff, like the pinups and all that stuff. So like I was saying before, doing series of drawings or subjects helps you grow, because you can do some and then go back to it a couple of weeks later and do some more, and then see your progress over the weeks, of you being on and off doing drawings for that series, because you'll be growing and changing. So yeah. Anyway, doing series of things helps that growth, I think. Yeah, and again, that leg, that I love that leg. I love how I did that leg. It looks even more ape-like, than that. And so that was completely unconscious. Okay, that's definitely the leg shape. Okay, this is the foot that I'm doing on that, and I like it better. I think it has more of an almost Hanna-Barbera look to it. Simplicity. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? Sometimes you gotta like your stuff. Sometimes you gotta like your stuff, right? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to like it. I might look at this in a half an hour and go, "Oh, what was I thinking?" But for the moment, I think I really did a good job on that foot, hand, and that hand. This foot's okay. This foot's okay. It's alright. It's gonna be alright. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think that's the problem. That's one of the problems right there. That should probably. Oh yeah, that should probably do that. Okay. Wait a minute. This should happen. You're watching my literal brain do gymnastics right now. No, this should happen with this. No, this. I don't know. What am I looking for there? I think this is what I'm looking for. Yes, there it is. Yes, and I just have to clean that up. There. All right. No, there's still it's dirty there. I have to clean it. up. It's dirty. All right. That's enough. Okay, there we go. But I have to still realize a few things about this, and that is where do I end that? Okay, so it's going to be there. Where do I end this brain part? Guys, check out Zombie Daily. You must. All the zombie art that I've done over the years, which is plenty. Almost 4,000 posts there. Largest assembly of zombie art on planet Earth. Done by one person. So check it out. Even for the spectacle itself. Even for the I can't believe this guy did that many zombie drawings in itself. Just for that, check it out. Yes, and please, if you can, subscribe to the this channel. That would be fantastic. I really appreciate that. It really mean a lot. We've crested 400 subscribers, and onto 500, and a higher echelon in the algorithm stream of things. So yes, anything you can do to help would be mighty appreciated. I'd like to get my stuff in front of more eyes, and maybe help people through, art therapy. I strongly believe in that, by the way. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just saying it really works for me. Yes, I think it's a transferable skill. I think it's a really wonderful thing that you can do, and a very easy thing you can do, and it has a lot of great benefits. So, picking up a pencil and just drawing, and even doodling and stuff like that. Seriously, it's a great thing for calming and being restorative, I think. Yeah. I can vouch. Yeah, so there we go. There we have it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good in terms of where I'm going with it. I might just, because there's going to be a lot of dark areas in there too, and I'm trying to map that out as well. And where the focal point should be, even if it's a subtle one. There type of thing. Yes, guys, check out zombie portraits too. Oh my goodness. If you haven't gotten a zombie portrait yet, that seems weird to me. It seems so weird to me. It seems weird to me. But get yourself a zombie portrait, guys. They're easy to order. They're a great gift. For any horror fan, for any zombie fan. Weddings, man. They're a great wedding gift. For, again, like horror fans and stuff like that. Wow. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of very nice messages from people who have received them, and wow, that really touches me, man. It really does. Yeah. It really gets in there. Yeah, it's wonderful. So, so get a zombie portrait. What are you waiting for? There, veins, more veins. Veins in the brains. For reals. It's true. And that's what I mean by taking sort of artistic license with anatomy. But yeah, it's for the visual. It's for the visual, right? that. Maybe I'll change that. Yeah. 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 It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Like it looks like it's just sitting there. It has no purpose. So I'm gonna do this. Create a monster. No, that could work. Yeah, that could work. There. I think, yeah. That's again like working it out and going like, oh, you know what? I like, could I put a piece of brain there in front of the tie and not make it look awkward? And I managed to do it. Because yeah, it was tough there for a second. It's hard to maneuver sometimes, right? When you have all these other visuals in there. And yes, so yeah, it's kind of like you have to work it out a little bit better. Or a little longer rather. At least I do anyway. But yes, I think that's great. I think that's great. Grood. I think that's Grood. I am Grood. You know I was going to say it. You knew it. You knew it. Damn you, you knew it. There, yeah, I love that. Okay, eruption, man. Eruption. Yes. Yeah, I love that. Okay, good. Woo! Yeah. Yes, I like those lines. Well, Elon Musk. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Good for laughs though, man. Come on. Great for laughs. But yes, having those lines go in there means that he's like going down, you know, and yeah, the brain matter is pushing upwards, which is really good, you know. Yeah, you want like that's the motion or movement you want in your lines, right? In your hatching and stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, you want those lines to indicate that he's going down through something, and that's why you have these guys that I'm drawing right now, right? Yeah. And you know what, too? Actually, this vein coming out really does, too, look like it's coming out of a chasm of like, brain that's been pulped in, you know? So, yes. Yeah, I love that. I think that worked, man. Sometimes things just work out. Sometimes they just work out. You know what? I think you kind of just do things instinctively, like in a sketch, and then it kind of, like, the more you go over it, the more you see it. And, you know, I think that's where it kind of, you know, ends up being good, you know, after that observation. After that initial sketch, too. Like, after that, you know, super fast initial sketch. Because you're almost like, it's not like you're on autopilot, but you're kind of more mindful of the overall shape and function of that drawing. So your early sketch is probably going to be your best in terms of motion and movement. That's the one thing, you know, when you're drawing, your initial like gesture drawing is often way more powerful than your finished drawing, you know, because you're kind of tightening it up, you know. So that and sometimes I leave my draw, I think Bisley does that kind of too, where he'll leave parts of his underdrawing in the finished. And if I'm not right about him, someone like him that does that. But I'm sure it's Bisley. I'm sure I saw that first in Slain, you know, where he'd leave, he would almost leave his construction lines underneath. Yeah, he would, you know. But he had so many other different styles going on in that Slain. That thing changed my life, man, I think, you know. That Slain, whatever. I don't know if I guess it was a graphic novel series. I don't even know where I found that. Yeah, but, maybe, I know one of the early chapters was in heavy metal. And that's where I think I saw it first. And then I saw the graphic novels type of thing and bought them because, yeah, of course I would, you know. But I only have 2 of the 3, I think. But yeah, those. And then Glenn Fabry getting on there after Bisley, or I think it was after Bisley. It might have been before. I don't know, man. That's a good question. But yeah, Glenn Fabry too. Holy crap, man. And again, that's another guy who, you know, does unbelievable pen and ink stuff. You know, just like ridiculously intricate and tight and all that, you know, and then he paints like incredible stuff too, and prolific, you know. Yeah, so another guy to admire that has a great, you know, tenure and a great body of work, like a huge, great body of work, man. I don't know if Bisley was ever on anything for a long period of time. Maybe Doom Patrol covers? Man, who knows? But yeah, he never sticks to anything for very long. I'm with him, man. I wouldn't either. I don't think I could, you know. I don't think I could. But yeah, I don't blame him. I don't know if I could do that. I'm not a long-term, you know, kind of guy in that respect, in that regard. Okay. So yes, we are doing the Northern Game Expo exclusive print. Currently, this is what we're working on tonight. Northern Game Expo is happening October 5th of this year at the Crusoe Club. So I'll be there. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that for sure. I hope you guys check it out. Come say hi. Come say hello. I'm going to be doing some drawing. What a shocker. What a shocker. I'm going to be doing some drawing there. He's always doing his drawings. What a drawing guy. Yes, it's true. But it's true. Yeah, Donkey Kong Zombie for the Bonanza. No, for the Northern Game Expo. Yeah, this year. So I'm just getting this poster started, and you guys are watching me basically do it from a sketch to really penciling it in and figuring it out. So that's what we're doing with this. Then we're going to put the washes on. In the meantime, in between the washes, I'm going to, I've got like a plethora of really super quick zombie poses that just came out of my head last night. So this is a zombie serial killer, and like zombie coming out of the grave, like really fast. So I'm going to embellish all of these. Like this is just a super quick, boom type drawing. Oh yeah, this is a cute one. Yeah, like a zombie girl or something. Yeah. This one's a group of zombies. Yeah, standard thing. And a cool, like, maybe a zombie out for revenge or something. Just a quick drawing. So doing these in between washes drying. I'm going to embellish them. Again from scratch. So you guys are going to watch me do it as I go along, figuring it out and drawing it. Won't that be fun? Yeah. Yes. Hey man, you want to see the process? You came to the right place. It's true. It's true. It's the truths. Yeah. And if you're just tuning in, I am Rob Suchetto, inventor of the Zombie Portrait, writer and illustrator of the Zombie Handbook. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth through my Zombie Daily site on Patreon. And the link to that is in the description below. If you want to see some of those thousands of pieces of art I've done over the years, check it out. Man, it amazes me sometimes. It really does. Still doing zombie art and enjoying the heck out of it. And now I'm able to do it in front of you guys. I've always wanted to do this. I just seem to never have the chance or the technology or things. But now I do, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad for all of you guys watching. I really am. And again, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be so great. I'd love more people to get their eyes on my work, and maybe share some advice that I've had from doing almost every aspect of art over the years, from teaching to conventions to workshops to illustration jobs, comic books, graphic novels, which are comic books, playing cards for bicycle cards, illustration for a zombie novel series. Like, so much stuff. Worked for the Walking Dead show, for goodness sakes. Like, just all the things that I've done that, revolve around the art. Was in a documentary with the biggest zombie names in the industry, man. Romero and Savini and all those guys. And I've been very, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. I've worked very, very hard, obviously through, Zombie Daily and doing comics and stuff like that, like my own comics and everything. But I love it. I love it. I really do. And I'm very fortunate to have the notoriety that I've gathered over the years, So yeah, if there's anything I could do to help you on your career, whatever that may be, I'm glad to help. And in drawing, of course, too. So yeah, we're doing Zombie Donkey Kong for Northern Game Expo, coming this October 5th to the Crusoe Club. So guys, check that out. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm going to be there. So yes, come by, say hello. You'll be watching me draw live because I'll be drawing there as well. Of course, I always draw at cons. You know, just doing some doodlings. Usually it's zombie Pokemon that I do at cons. Yeah, it just so happens it is because I like getting them to the point where I can just go to a con and ink a bunch, you know, and yes, and finish them basically, you know, at the con. I loved kind of doing that. So yeah, the Pokemon. Those specific ones, those types are the best to almost do that, you know. Like it used to be the Heads of the Living Dead I would take, but the Pokemon's kind of are more almost enjoyable to do because of the colors and many other things, you know. So yeah, they're sort of my go-to when I do cons. Pokemon zombies. And I love doing them. I think they're so fun and weird, and they're a challenge, you know. So anyway, yeah. So this is the zombification of the Donkey Kong bananas. Is that like banana pizza? No. Is that a thing? Or did I just make something up? I thought I just saw something like that. That's not a rip on this. I'm sure I saw banana on pizza. Yeah, it's some like meme or whatever. I don't know. Is that true? I think that's kind of gross. But I am a pineapple on pizza guy, man. You know what? Here's the thing. Before you say anything, I'll tell you this. Like a hot Hawaiian pizza, like with ham, pineapple, hot peppers, and like that cheese mix. Man, that is out of this world, man. So many awesome like flavors going on in there. Like maybe a wee bit of bacon, but the ham kind of does it. The ham kind of does the smoky part. You know what I mean? So you're kind of good there. But yeah, pineapple, hot peppers. Oh, onions! Oh, yeah, onions too. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that would just burn a hole right through my chest. But probably the best death ever. Best death ever. Yeah, it's true, man. So, yeah, I could go for 10 of those right now. Oh, check out my mustache. No, gray stash. Don't say his name. It sounds like dirt in your mouth. Oh my goodness. Don't say. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Yeah, Simpsons quote with every live stream. Every live stream. So I think this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a very extreme underlighting. Just kind of like this. You know what? Yeah, it's kind of like that. He's bottom lit, right? So he's darker up top. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with the brain particles and stuff. And they're going to be they're going to be light gray, I think, too, right? And pink. Yeah. So. But I have to underlight them. And again, that'll really make them pop. That'll really make them pop on that yellow background. I am thinking this through. I am thinking it through. No, with this you have to. Like with this, you really have to sort of like this. This is one of those things where you don't want to leave anything to chance because, yeah, it's a pretty big, it's a pretty big thing. This it's like 11 by 14. Yeah, the inside is 11 by 14. Yes, because this is 12. This is the 12 by 18 paper. So theoretically, I should kind of do this. Oh, it's not going to fit. Okay. No. Oof. Is this going to fit? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, good. So then I'm going to put, I'm just going to put a border on there. And, of course, like it doesn't matter if these things go past the border. I'll just liquefy them. Exterminate. Yeah, but you got to get that, in there. You got to get that in there. Because you don't want to fake that. You want to actually draw the roundness of that whole thing. You're not going to just start in the middle of it. Yeah. So, but I'm going to take out all of that in there, in that border. And this is just a fake border. Like, this is just keeping it in the page. It really has nothing to do with anything else. I don't think it'll be an actual physical thing. It'll just be white when it's printed, I think. Anyway, just little things to think about. And again, having that sort of bottom lit darkness in his fur. And of course, like his hair. And I wish I could take credit for spiking his hair like that a little bit. Or can I take credit for it? No, I made, I made his hair a little more spiky, like it was cut. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I like it, though. Yeah, I like it like that. I think he looks more monstrous. I don't know. I don't know. It's true, though. Like, I find he does, Having those little cut hairs there for some reason, or those shaved off, or... I don't know. I just find those cut off things more appealing, or more, weird, and yeah. So I like that. So I want to keep it. I'm keeping my baby. Yes. And yeah, more primitive, right? More primitive, those big thick teeth. Almost like a warthog, Yeah. Yeah, I want to put a vein going through his rib cage thing, but it's got to go with the roundness of, yeah, okay, that's good enough. All right, that's good. Okay, there. But then, yes. All right, good. There. Taking it to the street. There we go. Yeah. Hey. Hey, you. I think that's a wrap on the pencils, man. I think I can now put the washes on. Yeah. Washes on. Can do that. And here we go. I'm gonna do that. And you know what? It's gonna it's gonna have that sort of dull, undertone, but there still will be some vibrant colors in there. I think that background and the brain matter. So I'm keeping all that in there. I'm actually going over the game part, the lettering. The lettering, which I drew. Thank you very much. No one on Earth does that anymore. I can guarantee. Yeah, no one draws the letters anymore. No one's gonna do that. Me, only me. Me, only me. No one's that stupid. Just use Photoshop. It's true. But yeah, I'm doing all of everything, and I'm adding a little bit of groundwork for some different tones in the lettering too. So I'm leaving it open for a sequel. I'm leaving it open for extra chicanery. Sean Connery. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a great night. I'm Rob Sachetto. This is my studio. I'm very happy to have you come in and check out the works in progress. Always the whips, the works in progress. Yeah, I try to do one every other night for you guys to check out, and I really do try to do something different too, like a different type of art, a different type of style, a different project. Like I just finished, excuse me, a bunch of portraits for CreatureCon. And I'm saying that as I'm working on the Northern Game Expo poster, so I've been busy. Doing the artwork for that, for prints of the guests that will be at this year's CreatureCon. And man, that was fun. That was a two-parter. That was a two-parter actually live stream. I think I started them in the first and finished them in the second one. So I think they took like a little over 7 hours to do the 4 of them. I think maybe 10. I'll say 10 hours. Because I think I did heavily pencil them. I must have, because they turned out like I wanted them to turn out. So I really did, I think, heavily pencil them. So yeah, I would say 10 hours for the 4 of them. So, and you see me do it, man. You see me actually do the thing. And so I really love doing these. People have asked me almost since I started doing zombie... actually, ever since I started teaching, man, people have been asking me to do live streams. And just recently I've been doing them, and finally got to them, type of thing. I had the technology installed and everything, courtesy of SICK. So that they helped sponsor this basically. the live streams. So, and again, in conjunction with the Patreon page, too. So, guys, if you haven't checked out the Patreon page, check out the Patreon page. That is in the description below. You'll find the link for that and a few other locations that would really interest you, I think. So, check out those links in the description below. Zombie Daily being one of those. Man, you won't find more zombie art anywhere on planet Earth. I don't think it exists. So, yeah, feel free to peruse all of the artwork that's there. And you know what? You know what's crazy, too, is I actually do regular type art as well. Nature art and things of that nature. So, like, you know, portraits, like straight up portraits and things like that. Yeah, so I do that as well, and many other things, you know. So yeah, check those drawings out too. Check out that art too. You can go right to those pieces actually by just typing bonus into the search bar of that Patreon page. So yes, check that out, and yeah, let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think of my regular art, my zombie art at all. Love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you could subscribe, I know you know it's just a one click to do, but man, for me, really means a lot. Kicks me up into that higher echelon. Got some great new subscribers recently. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Really appreciate that. Thank you all for subscribing. Man, the only way to sort of get more, you know, in front of more people is kind of to do that, right? Get more people to sort of help you on that journey, and you know, yeah, be a part of their lives almost, you know, and contribute in that sense where you're, you know, you're trying to get someone over, and you know, you can be proud of helping someone, you know. It's a great feeling. It really is. And you know what? Here's the thing. Maybe you'll enjoy some of the art that I do, you know, and stuff. That's what it's for. Like, really, for me, it's getting in front of as many people as I can get in front of, to help if I can, you know, in any, you know, sort of way, too, is really important, you know, through art, and things of that nature. So, yeah, man. Hope that I can help people, you know, look at art a certain way that doesn't involve any pressure or anything like that, or you know, just a very calming thing. Pick up a pencil, do some drawings. They don't have to be good, whatever that means. You know, you could draw anything right now, and I could study it and critique it. I could critique the living daylights out of that, you know, if you so wanted me to, and you know, make it sound like a genius piece of art, man. Yeah, the way the neck is tapered here indicates that, you know, and I could just make up anything, you know, and it just the way you know it's put, you'd buy it, right? You'd buy it. So. Because it's from, you know, some like exploit. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. It's true though. You know, the gullibility of people nowadays with like Bitcoin and all that stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Interesting times, man. You know? Yeah, very interesting times. Like, I've been around for a long time, guys, and thank goodness, you know, I've been around for a long time, and man, the things I've seen, it's just really crazy, especially when you have a very like shoddy long-term memory, to begin with, type of thing. So yeah, we're selective too, and yes, it's very weird to see how things progressed from when I was a kid to now. It's almost like unfathomable, and I'm not even kidding. Like I just can't. Like it's jarring almost if you think about it, Like I remember when I was a kid. No, I only had 3 channels, man. I only had 3 channels to watch. That's it. That's it. And I'm not trying to critique or anything. I'm not trying to like shit talk technology or today's anything. I'm just saying, like, when I was, that's all I had. And so if all of this went away, it wouldn't affect me as much as I think a lot of people, right? Internet and all that stuff, obviously it would, if it would obviously affect way more than just regular people, right? It would be, everything. So yeah, that would be catastrophic. But yeah, the reliance on it is like almost crazy to me, having grown up not really having that at all, And I remember those days like clearly, like they weren't some far off like fairy tale thing. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that when, you wanted, like, first VCRs came out, just even that, and then you'd have to go to the video store to like pick a video up, and you know what, to be honest, like that was awesome. That was sad to see go, I really missed the video store a lot, and a couple in particular, but like I just missed the whole concept of that, but yeah, and then there was no need for it anymore, and so we're putting that away for now. Obviously, talking about video stores, man. Yeah, I'm old. Look at me. This is your future. Don't be an artist, you fool. Why I oughta. How dare you? Oh, okay. Here we go. We're picking this one. So this is a really, really fast drawing I did last night amongst, I think, 12 others or something. And just to get a super quick layout down, and nothing more. And then, I'm going to pencil it. And this is what I'm doing in between the washes, drawing on the Donkey Kong poster for Northern Game Expo. So yeah, that's this and those others are what I'm going to sort of be just working on, and so you guys can kind of see how I kind of draw stuff, from scratch. This is like a super, a very light, what do you call it, sketch? What do you call it? Sketch, yes. And again, like it's not anatomically correct or anything. It's just it's more of a an exaggerated rendition, if you will, whatever, like sort of stylized, a wee. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope I'm providing the last hurrah for your weekend, and giving you guys a little something to watch and listen to as you wind down. Ramblings of an old artist man guy. I've still got it. I draw zombie Pokemons. I'm pretty hip. But you know what though? Like I do have a lot of fun doing that stuff. So I mean, it's not an act, man. It's not an act. Yeah, no, I just love doing the zombie Pokemons. They're little kaiju. Yeah. So I'm gonna point that chin out a little more, put a couple more lines of maybe drool or stickiness or something. I don't know if that works. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that. There, that's good enough. That's good enough for you. Drawing. Yeah, her lip is like drooping. Yeah. Yes. There. And, almost mummified, right? Almost mummified. Cheekbones are like extremely pronounced. Yeah, very in the mummy state almost. But still somehow mobile enough to kill. Get up and kill. Yeah, still mobile enough to kill, apparently. Because, yeah, she's got some gore hanging off the old, saggy lip there. I love this one. I actually really like the way this, turned out. It's not done yet, so I could still screw it up. It's true. But yes, yeah, I like this one. There we go. So my weekend was kind of a washout in many respects, but it's okay. I'll regroup. Yeah, so I didn't get to go out into the wilderness as I'd hoped, as I'd planned. Nothing is perfect, right? So, but yes, didn't do that. So we'll do that again. We'll try again. Because yes, I love getting in touch with sort of nature and things like that, and like just even sitting outside, for an extended period of time, is great to do, yeah, have to have that every once in a while, see some friends. But yeah, experiences so factor into your work. Again, if you're an artist, or if you're a budding artist, or if you're interested in art, yeah, I'm talking to you with words that if you want to hear them, you'll hear them. If you want to start doing art, you'll hear them. If you're not interested in doing that, it's just just me talking about it. But for artists out there, I will do a lot of tips. I'll give you a lot of tips on how I do stuff. And, you know, even down to like the cost of things, because that's important, right? So, by the way, if you have the ways and means, if you could throw in $2 a month to my Patreon page, my Zombie Daily Patreon page, that would mean the world to me, guys. Wow. If I could get like 100 people on this planet, like to do that, I would be the happiest guy in the universe. So yeah, you know, it would be awesome if you could, if you like I said, if you have the ways and means to do so, to put in $2 a month for me. All of the proceeds go to buying art supplies. So yes, that's I was sort of thinking about that, and I thought, yes, gotta talk about the Patreon, and for that, for sure, the proceeds from the monthly donation, monthly support, goes directly to buying art supplies, and doing so as frugally as possible as well. But the more money that people donate, obviously the better materials I can buy and see what I can do with crazier, newer brand materials, and or just better materials, different materials. So yeah, if I get enough supporters of the channel, and so I consider this channel and Zombie Daily the same thing. We're doing zombie drawings every day, and doing the live streams every other day. But also, doing zombie art when I'm not doing live stream posting is a thing. So I do a lot more art outside of doing being in front of the camera. As I guess you can actually see too, because I'm doing this right now, and this was just another drawing I did the other night amongst like 12, and then I inked a few things, started a few things, and whatever. So yeah, like I'm pretty busy doing art all the time, whether it's in front of the camera or yeah. Sometimes I actually start before my coffee pot even starts boiling. Like I'll try to get as much done in that time, before it starts boiling. So yeah, just crazy things like that. There. Yeah. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, zombie zombie girl posing, I guess. There. And of course I'll probably end up, doing more detail when I do the inks. But this is just to sort of, get it to the point where I know what's going on. I might actually put like a lot of boils and like drippy things. Now that I know the form better, I can actually do all that stuff. But again, I could do it in the ink, like in the inking process, because I kind of already know where all of this is going to go when I do it. So yeah. So I don't have to necessarily do it. I am going to take this though, put it there. Yeah. You know what? I might. Yeah. like a... She's got like a... almost a nightgown or something on. Yeah, I think that works better. Yeah. I think. And we're drawing. Yeah. Doo doot 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 doot. We got a sip of coffee. Oh, that's good. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I can actually put another wash on the Donkey Kong Northern Game Expo poster. Poster slash exclusive print slash, I guess, promo piece and slash things. So I'm going to put next the yellow. And that will be in between, and there could be some pale yellow involved as well, but I have to pick the right brush for that, and you are it. Now, where is my intermediate brush? The intermediary, the intermediate. There. I think that would work. I think that would work. I think that's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, I think that should work. Man, I'd better check those. They're a wee damp. Okay, well, here goes nothing. Spider-Man. Yeah, I knew I had way too much on my brush, but that's okay. Because your paint is on my brush. Yeah, I think this is gonna look cool. Have some I think that's gotta look cool. Have some nice color color contrasts in there. I'm trying to be meticulous as I can, which is not great. You know what my problem is? I'm a perfectionist. No, you're not. No, you're not. Well, you're not. No, I'm not. No, I don't think people realize what a perfectionist is sometimes. Sometimes is... And you know what, guys? It's okay that you maybe have said that. You know, in my vicinity. I know exactly what you mean by that. You know. So, yes, it's not like I'm calling anybody out. I just know I've heard people say that often, and I'm like, nah, I don't think that you are. I'm not. So, you know, perfectionist. How really can you be? I don't know. That's seems perfectly unattainable. And I mean perfectly because you'll keep striving for it forever, and that's good enough. That's more than enough because you can't obtain it. It's unobtainium or whatever that is. Unobtainium, is that what it's called? What is that from? Avatar? Avatar. Yeah. Oh, man. I am not an Avatar fan. Like, at all. Yeah, I really don't get Cameron's thinking there, man. Yeah, I could care less about that. Like, I don't care about the technological spectacle of the effects, like, at all. I don't know why. It just it just doesn't interest me in the least. Like, in the very least. Yeah, that's just me. I'm not trying to take away anybody's joy or anything like that. I'm just saying, for me, I don't like. It's not for me at all. And it's too bad because, well, too bad for me. But Cameron did some of my favorite movies, man, with Schwarzenegger and that. Like, I know we can't do that forever, but those are some of my favorite movies of all time, and. It's kind of weird to see him like I'm just doing this now and that's it. For the next like 20 years or whatever. And you're like, do a cool movie, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Avatar. Avatar. That's just me. If you like it, good for you. That's awesome. No, you know what, man? Like, horror and humor and all that kind of stuff is so objective. You can't deny a person's opinion of how good something is to them. Like, it's nonsense to do so. Only they know why it's good for them. Why it's funny or scary or intellectual or whatever. And that's fine. There's nothing to argue there. Like, I never understood kind of that argument that people have about things like that. Just doesn't make sense. Oh well. I really like the way this is turning out. I hope you guys are. I hope the people that are watching are digging this too. This is a big one. This is like 11 by 14 on my drawing table. I'm not used to drawing like this size, but well, maybe I am. Yeah, I am. I know how. Yeah, I do enough of these that I think that I am used to it. Yeah, I just do 8.5 by 11s way more because of Zombie Daily and the speed in which I do that. But yeah, I do 11 by 14s, 11 by 17s kind of all the time too. So yeah. Yes. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the poster promo for and actual exclusive print for the Northern Game Expo that's happening this October 5th? Yes, October 5th at the Crusoe Club. So guys, check that out. Northern Game Expo is back. Man, I can't wait. I'm going to be there, of course. I cannot wait to do that one again. Oh wow, I miss it. I love it. Those guys are awesome, yeah, they're doing it again, man. They're doing it again, and thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. So, yes, don't forget to get tickets for that. Northern Game Expo. Guys, if either of you are watching, put the link in the description below, or in the comments below, rather. Yeah, people can get tickets. So the teeth are going to be yellow too, but I'm going to affect them with some white, Officer White, to dull them a wee. Actually, it'll be kind of a gray, I think I'm putting in there. Yeah, and since the yellow's there already, it kind of browns it out. And you want the teeth to be, you know, decayed or not white, that's for sure. But some sort of brown, yellow, you know. Yeah. There we go. Like that. That's good. What else? Maybe I should start making my pink. Maybe I should start making my pink. Because there's going to be some pink in there. Or what should... Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will do that. Yes, maybe I'll start making my pink. Maybe I'll start making my pink. Where should I make my pink? Maybe I will make it here. And then clean it out later. That's all. Wait. You know what? Wait. I'm going to do, since there's so much, I'm going to do it with this. And I'm going to do it with this palette. Because it's already got sort of a flesh tone to it. I got to clean it out because I use this flesh tone for some other stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I use this for other, but I gotta clean this out after I make the pink in here, because I'm gonna make a nice pink to go in with the brain matter. It's gonna be pink. Yeah, so gonna create a nice bright pink. Just gotta make sure I make enough, you know. And that's gonna go in. That's gonna go basically in where all the brain matter is. Blah 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 blah. All over, and then I'm gonna probably add another, gray tone to deepen it. Make the brain matter more like heavier, three-dimensional, and yeah, so I'm creating a pink for the brains, and I'm gonna add some gray in there. Add some more gray in there. Okay. I think that should do it. Didn't even do it. I think that should do it. And here we go. And be careful that you don't hit any of the yellow or other, whatever it is there, orange. Don't hit. Donut. Add some more water in there. Wetting it up. Wetting it up. Guys, I'm so happy that you're joining me tonight and every night. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you can. That would really help me out. And I really appreciate the new subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I've been doing these live streams for quite a bit now. There's over 200 videos on the channel to check out. Art. I do Lego builds as well. Apparently, on the channel, I have posted the first stop-action Lego movie ever made. Yes, that's what I have been told, and I actually did the research and that's what I found. So check it out. It's the Knights of the Lego Round Table. It's on this channel. And yeah, if you're into Lego at all, check out that video, man. It's crazy. Yeah, and I do some movie reviews and stuff, con reviews, like convention reviews, and that's very valuable, I think, for a lot of people going into cons and stuff. And what are they like? What to expect as a vendor, as a fan, things of that nature. So. Yeah, I do those. I enjoy doing those too. But man, you know what? I'm so glad after all these years I can finally do an art one. I've never done one, and I'm an artist, for goodness sakes. So I've always wanted to do these, and people have been asking me for years to do these. And so finally I'm doing them, and I hope I'm doing a good job and you guys are digging them. I'm basically just, drawing, doing process stuff in all of these videos, the live streams so far. That's what I've been doing. I've been asked if I could do portfolio reviews again. I may in fact do that as well. And just looking at some of the art that I've done over the years that I've never published, if you guys want me to show you some of my old art that would never otherwise see the light of day, I could show you some of that too. We could go through some of that in a live stream if you want to check it out. So I'm open to suggestions, but I really love doing these live drawing streams. They're a lot of fun. And so I gotta let that one dry. Let that one dry, and I can then work on this. Or I can work on I'll work on this. Yeah. This needs a bit more, I think. So I'm just, these are random drawings that I just sort of threw a super fast layout on, and now I'm finishing them up and adding details and all kinds of stuff like that. Just again, spontaneously, I have no idea where I'm going with any of this, but yeah, you're watching it happen. This is process stuff, just process stuff. And if you're just joining us, I'm Rob Succhetto. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. I'm drawing them right now. And I also invented the zombie portrait service, the first zombie portrait service in the world. And I've been doing them longer than anyone on Earth also. So go to Zombie Portraits, get yourself a zombie portrait, and check out Zombie Daily. More zombie drawings on there than anywhere on Earth, all done by me. The subject matter is everywhere across pop culture and beyond. You'll see subjects of every kind. Just type something in and you'll be surprised to probably see it drawn as a zombie if you go to Zombie Daily. And the link is in the description below. So yes, check that out. And again, I'm just making these zombies up as I go along. And then we're going to ink them. This is just, you know what, guys? This is just a new series I'm doing that I just basically came up with the other day. And I thought, let's do this because I can kind of show you guys really the process in the rawest form. Like, when I say I'm making this up as I go along, I'm not kidding. Like, almost nothing is planned. Well, nothing is planned. Like, I didn't plan the layout. In fact, I did this, and then I thought, oh, I'll draw another zombie head over here. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I might as well make a horde of zombies. So I'm I'm making it up as I go along, right? And so yeah, it's that's kind of how these are being done. So if you want to see, like I said, if you want to see process, then this is a very, very good place to watch the process of art come from nothing. You know what I mean? Like, come from a blank piece of paper, man. You know? So, yeah, and I'm drawing, like, you know, there'll obviously be more, even in the inking, there'll be more detail put in, more description through the art of what everything is. I don't like that. There. Yeah, much better. Much better. Much better. Thanksgiving. Yeah, so there. You know what? I think I'm gonna change his. Yeah. Yes. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted all along. That's what I've been trying to say. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Next. Now there's still quite a bit more on these guys, but you know, that'll come out with the inking. The inking will because I'm doing it like of my own accord, of my own record. The inking will be sort of ad-libbed a lot and spontaneous more. Yeah, but I just wanted to put holes, like, you know, gunshot wounds in his and you know what, again, like, I draw the gunshot wounds pretty cleanly, but I know they're way dirtier. And I could do way more, and you know, in some cases I do, but yeah, for the most part, they're fairly stylistic, you know. But I know they're way more, they could be way uglier, you know, the gunshot wounds. Maybe just small caliber weapons, you know. Again, not always a good idea with like, guns are finite, eh? Like, guns are finite in a zombie apocalypse. Like, and you know what? This is just like a lot of the stuff that you go like, okay, well, you know, this is common sense. You know, with in regards to some things, but again, like in this world that we live in now, a lot of the stuff that I grew up kind of having to learn and do hasn't been like a necessity or necessary rather or both for people growing up nowadays, right? So it's not like, oh, they don't know how to do anything. They don't need to know how to do anything, you know. So like that's where like, you know, a zombie apocalypse or any kind of apocalypse for that matter will affect different people vastly differently, you know. So I think, you know, and again, it's not because it's the unpreparedness, maybe just the anxiety, and like there's so many things, right, that sort of factor into a person's like ability to cope nowadays, you know. So yeah, that would be the zombie apocalypse is like scary for a lot of reasons, man. Scary for a lot of reasons. Like that's a real horror, man. Like that's a thing that, you know, I think could happen. And again, not like, maybe not exactly like, you know, the living dead necessarily, but yeah, man, even that, you know what? You never know. You never bloody know. Like, that's one of those like 24 years later, and then, you know, they're combing the streets, man. They're all over the streets. Cut to, smash cut to, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I like, you know what, I like this, this zombie parade, this zombie mob. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So again, like, these are just, you're watching these drawings come about. And you know what, I'll probably do a lot of these in Sharpie or Sharpay. Yes. So let's see if, oh no. No. Still some wet areas there, but hey, that looks great though, I think, right? There's some nice color contrast in there. Boom. Boom, I said. Yes, and yeah, there's some wet spots in there, so I can't do anything with it immediately. But I'm gonna get some. I guess that I'm gonna do his skin sort of a warm gray with maybe some blue like effects in it. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna handle his skin. His, like, the skin, not the hair. The hair was gonna be like a lighter brown, you know. So yeah, so then we've got this seemingly angry zombie, and again, this was one of the ones I just kind of drew last night, very, very quickly, keeping Gil Kane in mind always. I always mention what would Gil Kane do when you're drawing the figure, when you're drawing a figure. Man, Gil Kane was great. Comic book artist. He did like hundreds of covers, and man, what impeccable composition, and, you know, dynamic anatomy, and literally dynamic anatomy. Like his anatomy comes straight from the Byrne Hogarth, you know, school of anatomy, man. And I've got dynamic anatomy up there. Byrne Hogarth's one of Byrne Hogarth's book. And maybe I always thought, like, in Iron Giant, that was a nod to Byrne Hogarth calling the kid Hogarth. It was the kid, right? But yeah, I always thought it was Byrne Hogarth because that's such a unique name, Hogarth. You know? So anyway, I always thought it was. I don't know if it is. If it is, and you know, if it is and you know it, let me know. If it is and you know it, let me know. It's true. Yeah, so I'm drawing this kind of vigilante-ish, crow-ish, maybe zombie. And again, he's very tattered, coming from the grave. And you know what? I'm kind of doing like I do with the Zombie Pinup Divas, adding a little base for them. I always go back to those Aurora model kits that I used to have as a kid, and I actually have a couple of them now. That would do Universal monsters and Godzilla and stuff like that, and there'd be the model, and then it'd be on a base, you know. And I've got the Ghidra three-headed monster one, and it comes with a little base with a plane and stuff. And as a kid, I just marveled at that. Like, I had that, and I was just like, this is the best thing I could ever have. You know, the little toy plane. Like, it was one of those things I loved. Like, all those kind of model things. And I was a train set nerd, too. Like, big time. You know? And that's why I want to have, like, a Lego City with a train set thing going through, you know, today. You know, I've got all the makings of it. I just got to do it. So, you know, when I have time, Lego City. And you can see some of the Lego City buildings I've built in some of the videos on the channel, guys. So if you want to check out some of those Lego builds, yeah, by all means, man. It's a hoot and a holler. So yes, this is definitely, I'm using a lot of John Buscema methodology in here. Yeah, the fluidity, and some Gil Kane, of course, you know. And I love Gil Kane's stuff because he really showed his work, man. Like, you could really learn from almost his drawings, because like he would show you where the knee was and the muscle groups and all that stuff, and you know, the tendon for the ankle, and like all those like little details and anatomy things, man, like details, characteristics, man. It was like he was really good at that, like terrific, you know, beyond compare, I think, and so fluid, you know, like so fluid. Yeah, Gil Kane, man. And he did so much. It's funny, like you see these artists like Gil Kane and Jack Kubert, or Joe Kubert rather, and Kirby, and like all these guys, man. And holy mackerel, did they ever do a lot of work? Like, did they ever have a massive body of work, man, between their covers and interiors and all that stuff? Like, that is utterly fascinating, man. Like, that much art being created, you know, just mind-blowing. So I'm going to add kind of little, I'm going to sort of add, and I'm going to do this more when I ink it, but I'm going to add like little, not vines, but yeah, like I guess vines, roots and stuff within his skin and bone structure and that, and clothing. So I'm going to add those little things, like he's kind of been in a swamp, decaying, and having, you know, plants and stuff grow through him, you know, which I think is a cool visual, you know, because if somebody were if someone were to describe this creature, you know, they'd sound crazy, like, you know, but like, you know, it has horns all over its body or something like that, and it's like, no, those are roots growing through, you know, his torso and stuff, you know. So, but to someone being surprised by this thing, you know, out in the bayou, in the bog or whatever, you know, would describe it as such. Yeah, I'm gonna put all kinds of, like, you know, telltale signs of his shirt, but like so ripped and you know, part of his body almost, you know. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and then you know the foliage around him. Again, like he's, you know, probably in a graveyard, obviously, right? So we're drawing, like I'm literally drawing the headstones and stuff, you know, from Scratchiola. Yeah. And, you know, you've got that sort of reverse triangle composition, you know, with the triangle composition, and creates that nice, man, that really pops off the page, right? Yeah. There we go. Wasn't too bad. I think a lot of that's going to be dark. I think I want to keep a lot of it dark. Probably with a little bit of like spackle in there, like a little bit of. I think a little bit of nuts and bolts in the shadows. You know what I mean? And again, that's kind of like that Ernie Chua inking. You know, John Buscema. You know, and again, I'm talking about Bronze Age comic book artists, but nonetheless, amazing work. Like, you know, they say not to learn from comics, don't learn how to draw or don't learn how to do comics from comics, but I like when it comes to those guys, man. Like, yes, look at their art. Learn from it. Yeah, there's a lot to learn from comics, man. Just the rhythm of how stories go and things like that too, you know. Yeah. Like short stories, you know. Reading enough of those, it's sort of like through osmosis you get to sort of do that yourself. Like you're able to kind of do that yourself, you know. To some degree, you know. I'm not saying it's going to be awesome, but yeah, you're writing. You learn how to write and stuff from other writers. You know, probably first, right before anything, or you've already written. You've already written things, and I would imagine. Most people that write are avid readers too, I think, right? That would make sense, you know? Kind of in the sense that, you know, I like drawing a lot, so I love comics, you know? Like, that makes sense to me, you know? And I just love art in general, but, you know, especially comics. Yeah, because they're such a great fun visual medium, you know, what's not to like? And it's one of those things where it's like, man, that's not going to be around forever, because how could it be? I always think it will, though. I always think it will, but man, you know, it's not what I care about. It's what just happens, right? So, you know, but I always think comics will survive because anyone could do them. You know, anyone could do a comic. I could do a comic. You could do a comic. Anyone could draw a comic and sell it and print it and sell it and do that. So I don't think there's a corporation out there that's going to go, that's an entertainment thing that we can somehow exploit too. You know? And I think that's why comics will always be around. You know? Like physical comics. At least that's what I think. So yeah, I love this sort of like he's a vengeful spirit zombies, like some, you know, he's like the zombies from what was it? Creepshow? Was it? Yeah, Creepshow 1. Ted Danson and the girl, I can't remember her name. But yeah, the vengeful zombies at the end, man. It's kind of like that. I think maybe that's why I had the sort of, you know, idea to make them look wet. But you know what this almost reminds me of in simplicity is what's his name? Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm. This kind of reminds me of a Bruce Timm layout. You know, I in the simplicity of it, like I made it a little more like there's way more unnecessary detail, but in general, I find that this has a Bruce Timm sort of simplicity to it. You know, who I love. I love Bruce Timm. I love his work. That guy basically created a whole like animation wing, you know, just with his style, you know. And I think he was doing comics first, wasn't he? Well, maybe not. Maybe he wasn't doing comics first. But he didn't do many comics. He didn't do that many comics. Maybe he was just an animator. Maybe he was an animator first. I don't know what his, like, I don't know how he got to the things. But, man, he did great comics. He did wonderful comics. But his animation style, or his animation, yeah, basically his animation style, like, revolutionized animation at the time. You know, still kind of does. You know, still does. Like, that stuff always resonates, right? Just the simplicity of his character design and stuff was so unique and so great and cool looking, you know. So yeah, I don't know if he was an animator first or if he did comics, but he did both anyway. And he did both really well. And I love his stuff. And that is kind of what this reminds me of. This zombie drawing kind of reminds me of a Bruce Timm drawing, you know? Yeah. Anyway. And again, this was just and it still is, like a really quick sketch. It's pretty sketchy, you know? It's not really super detailed or anything. But I think it doesn't need to for what I'm going to do with the inks next, you know? Like, I think it's fine for what I think I'm going to do with the inks, you know. So that's kind of the whole point, you know. I do want to spend more time on each one, but again, I think I have enough information there that when I do the inks, it will be there will have been enough stuff on there for me to, you know, ink well, ink good. You know, I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put that in there. Yeah. There. Guys, I hope you're having a great evening. I'm here with you, just drawing away if you just tuned in. I'm Rob Sachetto, doing a little bit of art tonight. I'm doing these in between the washes of this, which is the Northern Game Expo exclusive print and promo piece. So, yes, they asked me to do that. I said, yeah, I'd love to. They wanted me to zombify Donkey Kong in this photo, from this photo, and I said yes, sure. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm having a really good time doing that too. And in between the washes, because I have to wait for them to dry, I'm adding to some sketches I drew the other day, which there's plenty of, very, very many of, but that's fine. I really enjoy doing them. So they're very relaxing, very fun and relaxing. So I'm doing those. Man, I could be doing a number of other things too, like zombie pinups, and I will be. And what else do I have? I have other things going on too, and oh yeah, other sketches. There's other sketches there. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff on the go, but that's all good. That's what I want. That's what I want to achieve, is have a lot of things on the go, you know. And I do, and I'm glad. I'm very glad that I do, you know. And I've got stuff I haven't even started yet that is coming up. So I'm definitely going to be busy this month. I'm getting requests from my adult page stuff about doing customs. So that will be likely coming up soon too. Tons of cons and things I'm going to as well. So man, I'm gonna be a busy guy this I guess till Christmas, really. yeah. But that's great. You know what? It's great. I enjoy it, and I enjoy seeing you guys on the road when I'm at cons. You know, I'm just drawing there and having a great time, and you know, working on things and saying hi to people and answering questions, signing prints and things like that. So yeah, I love doing cons for sure. So yeah, come and see me at Northern Game Con. That's happening. I'm doing the poster for it right now. That is happening October 5th at the Crusoe Club in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Yes. So yes, check that out, man. That is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Those are like some of the best cons I've ever gone to. I remember going to I've been to all of them, and they are always great. So I definitely suggest going to that one coming up. Done by the same good old boys who did all of the other Northern Game cons. So yeah, man, they know what they're doing. It's going to be great to see them again, and I'm looking forward to it big time. But in the end of September, or at the end of September rather, CreatureCon is happening. So man, definitely get your tickets for that. That is going to be unbelievable. I did the zombie portraits of the the 4 guests that are going to be at the CreatureCon here in Sudbury, Ontario, and man, what a great lineup! What a super lineup! And I had the honor of doing zombie portraits of them all, so that was really cool. That was really cool, and I posted two of them on Zombie Daily already. So please do check that out. Do yourself an artistic favor and check those out. There's 2 more coming, but the 2 I have up there are really fun, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out. So please do check that out on Zombie Daily. The link is in the description below, of course. And there we go, guys. There is the base color for Donkey Kong. There is a lot of different constituents in there. I'm going to put some more blue. Yeah. Put a bit more blue in there. Put a bit more blue down here in the fist. And in the vein in the forearm. Kind of Bisley-ish, I guess. You know, how Bisley-ish of you? How Bisley-ish of you to do that? You know what I mean. Not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people do know what I mean. And, and that's okay. It's comic talk. It's comic talk. I jump around. It's the weave. It's the weave. Nobody knows what you're saying. It's the weave. I jump around. Jump up, and get down. There we go. There's some wonderful stylings of color in there that I think, there we go, right there. Oh, yeah. Yes, there we go. So, another great wash on there. Now, this is in the ugly phase. This is in the ugly phase. This is like straight up color washes on gray. Mwah. And yeah, it's not really that fun. But soon it will turn into a masterpiece. It's gonna change. So, in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is, oh boy, I shouldn't do that with my arm. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna ink some of this. Yeah, because I really feel like doing this. I really feel like inking this right now. I don't know why. Gotta ink it. I don't know why I gotta ink it, but I have to. Is this the 3 I'm looking for? No, that's a number 8. This is a number 3. Or is this the 3? I got 3s everywhere. Another 8. Okay, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be this. Yeah, it is this. Okay, good. Oh yeah, look at how nice and snug that is. Yeah, that's great. Those beautiful ink lines, and everything. Stink lines. Oh look, he's got the stink lines and everything. So some nice. You know, I'm going to have those teeth showing. Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. I love that. I love it. And, you know, again, like this is just one of those EC Comics almost, you know, covers where, you know, zombies coming back for revenge. And, you know, the guy in the foreground is gloating about how he killed him 28 years ago to this day, and I still haven't been caught. And the zombies stalking up behind him, you know. So there's the backstory right there. There it is. That's all you need. All you need is backstory. Yeah, getting backstory in there, it's really, you know, really helps the drawing. Really helps the drawing, right? And then adding some nice sheen to his hair. He's got the nice white hair. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like that. So, you know what, guys? Just again, having fun with these. There's nothing at stake here. These are just fun drawings that I'm doing absolutely spontaneously. Like, obviously, I've gotten to this point in the drawing, but just basically drew it from a sketch, and now I'm doing some of the inks on it to kind of solidify it more. And I'm kind of treating these like zombie pinup divas almost. Especially this one that's much more, has that base, the base around it type of thing. So I like those. I like those. I like that concept. Again, like I said, it reminds me of those early Aurora models with Godzilla and King Kong and the Invisible Man, the Prisoner. It was just a skeleton. Yeah, and other the Wolfman, of course. Oh man, Dracula, Frankenstein. Man, yeah, that was the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think, yeah. Did he have a model? I can't remember. He must have. Yes, he did. What am I talking about? Sure, he did. Yeah, that's weird. Sometimes you forget, right? But yeah, and then Rodin, Ghidorah had a model, one of those models too. Yeah. Yeah, so those were really cool. As a kid, I loved that stuff so much. A kid and as an adult. And I'm being tried as an adult for it. I'm not an adult, you fools. Yes, there we go. There's some nice, just trying to get some nice sort of foliage in there too. Little details here and there, showing like ripped fabric, root systems, holes, folds, all kinds of those little details playing off each other, and yeah, like just adding them in because you've got the basis there, and it's like, okay, I think I know where this goes and this, and that makes sense there. That fold, that rip, and all that stuff because you've kind of been there before. You've had the experience with this, fabric or with that sort of surface or whatever. There's a mushroom growing out of them or something, so you can draw little areas where there's like, yeah, there's a bunch of mushrooms growing on them, So there we go. I'm just making that up, and just adding it to, So you're making it up as you go along, and at this point, because again, too, there's no stakes involved, right? I am just doodling, having a great time. I will definitely, put this on Zombie Daily as a Zombie Daily, drawing, because yeah, there's tons of putting tons of work into it. But again, it's fun, and I'm doing a very like spontaneous type of thing, So and it's kind of just for Zombie Daily. It's just zombie sketches for Zombie Daily posts, Which I love. I love doing that. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a great night, and you have a great day tomorrow. And the week goes quickly by for you, and you're back in the weekend bliss. I'll be with you during the week. I'll be with you during the week. I'll be with you probably Tuesday night, something of that nature. I'll be around. I'll be doing some live streams for you guys. And if you guys want to see some of my old art that I had, like comic book art that I've done that I've not used or not going to use, or anything of that nature, I even did a comic of the Trailer Park Boys that I pitched them, that we pitched them, friends of mine and I pitched them years and years ago. I've got a comic of them, like just tons of other artwork. So if you guys ever want to see that stuff, let me know, and I'll break it out, and we could have a little watch party. We could have a little party, you know, just me going through that stuff and reminiscing and remembering stuff of when, why we did things, or why I did stuff, or why, how, when, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm open to that. I'm open to is like somebody asked if we could do art tutorials or actual classes. I'm down with that. Just have to figure out kind of how to do it effectively, and then yes, I would definitely love to do that. So I love to help people, you know, in their art if I can. So that's kind of what that's kind of what this channel is all about too. Is just, you know, showing people how I do art. You know, how I draw stuff. Because I have drawn a lot of things, and I've done comics, and I've done you know, everything from greeting cards to playing cards to trading cards. Everything, man. Prints, comics, books, you name it. Like I've kind of done it. Worked for the Walking Dead show. Worked for the Talking Dead show. What else? So many things. Been a teacher forever and love it. Did do workshops for at-risk youth. Do caricatures live. Yeah, I could go on. Anyway, I do a lot of drawings, and most of it, if not all of it, is zombie related. So, you know, when I do caricatures, I mostly do zombie caricatures. You know, so it's got to be zombie. But again, I could do either. Like I could do either thing. You know, it don't matter. It don't matter none to me. Don't matter none. Doesn't matter if the kid stays. Mo. Mo. There we go. Getting this cool, and I actually like it. I think it's kind of cool. This vengeful looking zombie done. And I wonder if I can. Yeah, you know what? This might be good enough to add the brown. Yeah, I think so, eh? Yeah, okay. I think I can. I think I can add the brown on there. Okay. Oh, that's good. Guys, we're broadcasting from my studio all over the earth right now. How you doing? Hope you enjoy watching me draw and mutter things as we continue to do some interesting zombie art. And man, like, you could do a lot worse if you're looking for zombie art from pop culture done in a traditional way. You can do a lot worse. So yes, you've hit the jackpot, baby. And here we are in the studio, drawing Donkey Kong as a zombie for the Northern Game Expo. Man, I cannot wait for that. That is happening this October 5th at the Crusoe Club in Sudbury, Ontario. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. I really miss those. Yeah, love those cons, and I'm super looking forward to doing it again, to doing that con again. I'll definitely be there. And I hope you guys check it out. So what I'm doing right now, as I was saying, is I am actually doing the exclusive print and promo piece for that convention. And this exclusive print is again done in a limited quantity of prints. So yeah, I think it's also going to be a T-shirt, if I'm not mistaken, just for the VIPs or the staff. I'm not sure. I can't remember how that goes, but there's a very limited supply. So if you want one, maybe ask the organizers. I don't know. I don't know how that works, actually. Maybe I've just put my foot in my mouth with that one. But I don't know how that works. I don't know if they take orders for things like that. I don't think that's how it works there. But yeah, I'm telling you about it anyway. I guess because that's where kind of it's going, right? They're going to I guess just VIPs, the prints. Yeah. But you should be able to get one, I think. I don't know. I don't know how it works, guys. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And this is a special exclusive print and promo piece for the con, which is happening October 5th this year. Yeah, this very year at the Crusoe Club. So get your tickets if they still exist right now. I'm sure they do. I'm sure you must be able to get tickets. I never know how that works. But I would imagine you could still get tickets for that convention. And I hope you do, because I'd love to see you there. I'm going to be there for sure. So, yeah, come and say hi to me at least. Come on, you owe me. Do it. Come see me. But yeah, if you so please come to see me for sure. I would love to meet you. If you watch the channel at all too, more is the awesomer. But that's where I'm going to be that day, October 5th, and I'm looking forward to it. I have such fond memories of that con, and we haven't done one in a while. So yes, that'll be fun. Lots of fun. Looking forward to it big time. Okay, I think I've got the majority of the everything that I. Oh yeah, there's the tie. Okay, and I'm gonna do that yellow first, and then red out. And you know what? I actually might draw the tie in marker. Haha. Didn't see that coming, did you? It's true. Yeah, and it's not, you can't really see the whole thing. But I'm going to do the red of the tie and marker, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But you'll be able to tell, of course. Yeah. That's definitely Donkey Kong. So I have to put that aside for a moment again and return to my vengeful zombie drawing guy, which I just did the sketch of it last night, like super fast sketch, and you guys have been watching me kind of just fill it out and finish it up as we are going, and basically it's every time I need to stop working on the poster to let the ink or let the pigment dry. I turn to these because I have these kind of like, on the ready, and they're again a little bit of a different diversion, and I can sort of because that I've just kind of been putting washes on lately, right? So I want to start inking soon, hopefully. But in order to do that, I have to let that dry, that watercolor. which we're nearing the end of. So, yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Rob Suchetto, the inventor of Zombie Portrait. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. I wrote and illustrated The Zombie Handbook, which is soon becoming a game, which will soon be a game. I'm very much looking forward to that. That is massively huge good news. So yes, there's that. Man, what else? I've had a long and varied career, mostly zombie oriented, and I'm here to basically just draw. And if you guys want to watch me do that, you come to the right place, because that's what I'm doing. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to my nightmare. I am just drawing zombies and zombie related things, and I welcome you into my studio. Hi, hello. Doing a little bit of draw of the zombies. Yeah, there's a very determined, very, maybe angered zombie coming from the grave, stalking ever closer to his prey. Yeah. 28 years to the day, and I still haven't been caught for his murder. And he's right behind me, isn't he? Yes. So yeah, this one will of course go much further into realms of madness and more detail and stuff, of course. And I'm going to add. There's going to be a lot more dark. I think it's going to be a lot darker down here because he's very much lurching forward, right? So I really want to create that dimension of darkness. The dimension of darkness, Spider-Man. But yes, I want to create that dimension of darkness. And you've just been to the dimension of darkness. Thanks, lady. Yes. So I'm, again, adding wee little things in there, to identify his whereabouts for the past 28 years. Why 28 years? I don't know. I just made that up. Had something to do with the curse. And had something to do with, maybe the ages of his children or something, and yeah, like easy to sort of create like a bit of a backstory for that, and then you use it to draw, yeah. And a quick backstory, And again, this leg back here is going to be a lot like there's going to be a lot more sort of depth to it. Just even the fact that he's walking on the foliage, I want to have that overlap too. And yeah, like this foot, this shoe. Again, like he's got shoes, but they're like going to be, completely almost disintegrating, just like the clothes. Like there's like plants growing inside the clothes and inside of holes in his body, right? So, like he's been dead for 28 years. Now, theoretically, if that were true, he would have much less of anything on him. But for this EC type, story, we'll just give him this. We'll give him this level rot and decay, you know. And man, like, yeah, that's kind of where this drawing is really coming from. You know, that era of art, that era of comic book stories and stuff. You know, love that old EC stuff. I have never even seen one of those, that era comic, anywhere in my vicinity ever. Like, I don't think I've ever seen one of those in the wild, ever. Like an EC comic. Yeah. Yeah, that's really weird. Like, I've seen Dell comics. Like, stuff that's old, for sure. Like, stuff that's even maybe older than that era. But never any old EC. I've never seen any old EC comics in my area, ever. Like, in Canada. Like, maybe there's, like, I've seen them at like a comic book store down south somewhere, like on a wall. But, like, I've never seen them in the wild. Like, oh, I'm looking through a box of comics from goodness knows when, and lo and behold, there's like an EC comic in there. I've never seen that. You know, lots of Gold Key, and I love Gold Key. Like, I love Gold Key. You know, they had some wacky comics, man. They had wacky comics, but their main weird titles, like Doc Samson and no, wait, not Doc Samson. It was Samson. Dr. Spectre, Dr. Solar, what else? Oh man, so many other weird comics, like weird homegrown comics. You know, it's like that was their stable of superheroes, I guess. Yeah, because I don't think they came from anywhere else. I think they were just from Gold Key. You know. But yeah. I love that stuff. I think it's so wacky, and it's like a time capsule, right? You know, it's so crazy. Those comics are so crazy to sort of come across. So I'm very much drawing him with like severe holes and decay and all that kind of stuff. Like, again, I'm going to make this darker, gotta keep it zombie, you know. Again, like, yeah, he's coming at ya. He's coming at ya. Yeah, man. Yeah, and again, this is from a super quick, like, unbelievably fast, startlingly quick, sketch like this. This was so fast, you know. This was so fast. It was, and so I'm gonna kind of dress it up in the sense that, you know, I'm gonna sharply realize it a lot more, with a lot more acuity and detail and context. That's kind of what I'm doing with these, because again, like, these were super quick sketches, and so yeah, I'm adding the details. I'm adding the details to these, and again, you know, I'm thinking of Gil Kane when I do this. Like, you know, he was such a great illustrator of anatomy. You know, so one of the few guys who could, like, teach you how to draw. You know, from a comic. And they say, you know, always draw from life. Don't draw from the source material or whatever. You know, I think that's kind of dumb. But I mean, you're going to learn to draw comics, or you're going to learn to draw period from whatever you see. So, it doesn't matter if you're reading comics all the time and you're drawing comics, that's fine. Comics don't have a strict, they have rules and all kinds of stuff if you choose to, go by them, but you don't need to choose to go by the rules there's no rules for comics. You can do whatever you want. And that's the beauty of it, anyone can do whatever they want. And that's always been the case. As long as you could afford to print something, you could basically do comics. So there's no excuse for not doing it other than, laziness, because comics are very, time consuming and very difficult to do sometimes, Again, it depends on a lot of reasons, but, yeah, or they could be extremely easy, So, yeah, it really depends on how you approach them and think of them, But, yeah, comics can be very difficult sometimes, And yes, I'm doing an absolute almost redrawing of a sketch. Not redrawing it, just using it as the basis. And man, that's why I was doing these really quick sketches. I was doing these very, 30 seconds, and the sketch was done, and another page, and then 30 seconds. Not even thinking what I was doing, type of thing. So yeah, I like doing that as a basis, and then going, you know what, I'm just going to work on this at my leisure, in between other things, blah, 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 and you have some stuff there that you can work with, If you don't feel like drawing, you can just feel like inking, or just creating, or whatever, you have that option, because you've drawn that stuff for yourself, So yeah, I love doing that. I love kind of doing these types of things as more of an exercise, And then trying out different pens and stuff too. These types of drawings are perfect for that as well, Yeah, I think that makes more sense. There. And have those big, thick veins there. Yeah. Again, some leaves. Give him the sort of base too. Where, there's some grass. And I think I wanted to put a root or something in there. Yeah. Does that work? Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Does that work? Yes, I think it does. Yeah, I think that's even better. There. And that kind of, you know what that is? That's like that Frazetta-ish thing where, he creates the base for the drawing or the subject matter, and he kind of does those root things that kind of do that, have that sort of film on them, and then maybe some moss, Yeah, I would always remember him doing that kind of stuff. I was introduced to Frazetta at a young age, man. Wow. And that was great. It was great, seeing an artist of that caliber when I was that age. Not that, I'm not saying, oh yeah, so I can draw way better now because I saw that. No, that has nothing to do with it. It's just that, when you're a kid and you're experiencing that, you're like, wow. It blows your mind, blows your mind, that kind of artistic acuity, so yeah, just seeing that at a young age, I was really obviously blown away by it. You know, Frank Frazetta's stuff. And then that helped, you know, me get into comics, right? as those things often do. You know, gateway drugs. Gateway nerd drugs. You know. Frazetta leads to this. You know, dinosaurs lead to this, Godzilla, and then, you know, Godzilla leads to Attack of the Mushroom People, and then that leads to zombie movies, and and on it goes. Yeah, that's kind of how I came up, you know, digging horror stuff, and that. It was, I think, through Godzilla. Because, not that Godzilla was horror, like real, you know, that type of horror. It's more of a giant monster movie. It's not really, I don't know if it's really horror, it's science fiction, I don't know. But that really did sort of introduce me to horror too, because when I would watch those Godzilla movies, that Attack of the Mushroom People movie came on. It was on one of those marathons. And that was actually kind of horrifying. As a kid, I watched that and I was like, wow, this is kind of scary, man. Like, those mushroom people look pretty... And it was kind of psychedelic, too. You know, so I remember that. And the weirdness. And I thought that was kind of a... Like, it was very close to being a zombie movie. You know? Because the people would eat the mushrooms and become these, like, mushroom creatures. You know? And, yeah, it was very bizarre. Like, very bizarre. You know, they were on this, I guess they were shipwrecked or something. I don't know. I can't remember the exact premise, but yeah, man. So here we go, guys, with some nice, again, very, very subtle, very spontaneous, and you know, I'm just making this up as I go along, and you know, from the very, very bare sketch that I did the other day, just adding stuff, creating a scene. Don't create a scene. I am creating a scene. I'm making a scene. I'm causing a scene. Yes, I'm causing a scene to happen. And this is kind of, yeah, this is kind of... Just this is the art therapy part of everything. This is just drawing, no stakes, nothing, you know. I'm just having a fun time drawing some stuff, drawing some zombie stuff, and again, nothing is you know, off limits in terms of style or whatever I want to do. You know, with these. These are kind of experimental. I might even use different pens for them. Who knows? Like, they're just sketches. They're just sketches. So, yeah. But the main course is this. And I'm going to get to the tie with, you know what? I'm using Sharpie. Yes, I am. Yes, I am using Sharpie for the tie. Wait a minute. How does that go? Oh, the tie goes... Oh yeah, okay, the tie's... Did I draw it somewhere else? No. The tie goes there, yes. Oh, right, the tie goes there. Oh boy, okay, you know what, I messed that up. I have to fix that. Yeah, I forgot, I put that... And you know what, it doesn't matter because that is going to be a thick holding line anyway. As is like almost everything around there. But yeah, I went over that with red, so I shouldn't have done that. I couldn't see my pencils well enough there, but now I'm back on track. Okay. So yes, that's the tie there. Whoa! Sorry guys. That's what happens when the camera is like right in front of your face. Guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking the videos too. Really means a lot. Really helps get into the higher echelon of that algorithm stream up there. And yeah, I can't thank you enough. Thanks for all of the new subscribers, and thank you for all of the current and older subscribers. Just thank you to all of you guys so much for just having that much faith in me that you maybe want to watch another episode of me drawing stuff. Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for that. It really means a lot. It really means a lot. I really like to get under the eyes of more people, and that's really important to me. It really is. So if you can help out just by subscribing, that'd be awesome. Yeah, and thank you so much if you do. And it's just a click, man. It's nothing. There's no commitment there or anything. And believe me, like I'm not a commitment guy. So I know all about that, and I know how it feels to, I'm committing to something if I click. No, you're not committing to anything. You don't have to watch. It could be one of those things where you just tune in every once in a blue moon just to go, oh yeah, that guy draws stuff. So it's one of those things. And if you could subscribe to my channel and like my videos and things of that nature, that would be the most stupendous thing ever, and I'd really appreciate it. So thank you in advance for that. And we're drawing Donkey Kong, far more zombie and primitive than his video game counterpart. Yes, and this is a exclusive print for the Northern Game Expo that's coming up October 5th. October 5th. Yes. And I'm doing the poster for it. I'm doing the exclusive print for it. And here it is. Donkey Kong destroying Brain. Just like he is destroying, I guess, rock and gold and stuff in this version. So I was asked to do that drawing as a zombie drawing, a zombie rendition for the Northern Game Expo. So I'm doing that right now, and I'm digging it a lot. I'm really having a great time doing this, and you guys are watching me. And in the meantime, when I'm letting things dry on this from the watercolor paint, I'm doing these zombie drawings. So I'm always doing something on the channel, on the live stream, all the time. There's never a dull moment. Yes. I think of these things for you guys, man. I really do. I'm like, nobody's gonna want to watch like me watching paint dry. So always have something on the go. So I do, and you know what? Here's the thing. I do anyway. I always have like 11 or 12 or 20 things on the go at all times. Yes, that's true. And anybody who's tuned in before knows that too, because I kind of go, and I could do that right now, go through all of the stuff and go, oh, I got this, and show you like all a bunch of things on the go that are in different stages of completion, So yes, I work on a lot of things at the same time because there's many reasons for that. One of them is it just keeps you sort of constantly doing different things, never getting too like repetitive and stale and stuff in one thing. And then you want to try just doing different things. You might be in the mood to actually ink more. And then you have stuff to ink. You don't have to get there. You already have stuff sitting there for you if you want to ink. Or if you want to, if you're really feeling creative, you can finish a sketch. You can really go crazy on a sketch and put a ton of detail in it and stuff like that. get it ready for inking and all of that stuff. So, you know, you're always busy doing something different, and it keeps you more excited. It keeps your mind sort of going in a better direction. You know, so yeah, I suggest doing that. You know, to artists just starting out. Yeah, have a few different things on the go. You know, yeah. It also helps with like artist block or whatever. Like sketch a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of things, and then have it ready for you the next time you can't kind of think of stuff. And then, you know, maybe you'll start to ink things or color things or whatever, and it'll trigger your more creative side. You know, but you had that launch pad with something that you started a couple days ago. You know. And so use it, you know, use that, you know. So, and I'm saying this because a lot of people have asked about that. You know, how do I deal with like not writer's block, but artist block, and that's what I do. I just have a bunch of stuff on the go all the time. And with the zombie thing, I've created an art that basically never ends, like an art sort of movement or, you know, ideology or whatever that for me can never end. Like I can continue doing this forever, and I love it because I love it so much, you know. And it always like it never gets tiring for me because I can switch gears within it, you know, too. Yeah, man. Anyway, I know I'm kind of rambling, but you know, it's one of those things where, you know, do it for yourself, man. Do it for yourself first, and then, you know, you'll get better, man. Just don't give yourself stakes, man. Don't give yourself any stakes involved. Just you know, draw for the fun of it. You know, if you're gonna do drawings and stuff, just do it for the fun. Just do it for the fun, and then see where it goes. You know, and then you'll know, and you'll know. Yeah, so I think I made these feet a lot more primitive, which I love. Yeah, yes. See, I knew that if I came at that after a little while, I would get it right, and I did. I like how it worked. Okay, good. There. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, that's great. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We've really been drawing up a storm tonight, guys. Look at how much we've got done. That's a lot of stuff, man. I'm gonna have that poster probably done this week sometime, probably Wednesday, perhaps. We'll see what happens. But, oh, Kalamazoo, how we doing, brother? I'm doing great. Oh, yeah. I've been doing my notary license on a weekly basis. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, and I'm doing great. I'm flying around the earth doing good, and I'm also doing great personally. No, I'm doing okay. Doing some drawings, getting a lot of stuff done. Guys, what do you think of the rebranding of the channel? Just sort of changed things up a little bit, made it a little more colorful. If you dig it, let me know. But yeah, just drawing a lot of stuff. Basically, right now I'm doing the exclusive print and poster and promo piece, basically, for the Northern Game Expo, which is happening this October. What is it? October 5th. You'd think I'd remember that. I've only said it 8 or 9 times. 8 or 9 times, man. Yeah. So October 5th. It's happening again. It's happening again. And I'm super looking forward to it. I'm super looking forward to that Northern Game Expo, man. I've been to every single one thus far, and what a wonderful and joyous, literally every time occasion it is. And I hope to goodness this will be like the others. I think it will. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to CreatureCon as well. CreatureCon first, then Northern Game Expo. So those are some wonderful things happening. I think too that there is another event I'll be at, and I'm really looking forward to it too. But I'm not sure if I'm in yet. I'll find out soon, and I'll let you know. But yeah, there's another great a great venue that I really loved last time I was at, and if I can get it in again, I'm looking forward to it big time. But I have to find out from the organizer, because I just got a hold of them. I just found out that it was happening. So yeah, I don't know if I can get in time. So yes. And so forth. But yeah, I'm doing the and you know what, October is going to be a super busy month, and this is one of the reasons. So I'm doing the official exclusive print for Northern Game Con. This is what I'm doing right now. They asked if I could do a rendition or concept with this concept, but basically zombify it, and I was like, yes I will, and I'm doing it right now, and I'm doing it in front of you guys, is just for you, just for your entertainment, and I hope you're enjoying it, because I love doing it for you, and showing you kind of how I draw. This is how I do stuff. Check out Zombie Daily. I implore you to do that, because man, there are more zombie drawings on there than anywhere else on Earth, and they're all done by me, and they span the pop culture spectrum, and beyond, and far beyond. So yes, please do check that out. And I'm just creating this image kind of out of, well, not out of the blue, because I use the reference, but like the zombification and stuff, and how that, how he kind of looks now. I made him a little more primitive looking, and therefore I think a little more vicious, a little more aggressive type of thing. So yeah, like that's all part of, oh, what kind of zombie is he gonna be? What kind of zombie is he going to be? So maybe there's some sort of like regressive gene therapy that went wrong, and turned him into this sort of rampaging ape type thing. And then when he died, he came back, and he's both more primitive and vicious, but also dead, So yeah, things you think of when you're drawing zombies, man, And I'm sort of drawing this huge, these huge things on his head, kind of like boils. So yeah, what are they? Who knows? But they're, and then like a vein sort of popping in his head too. Super pronounced cheekbone more, and probably what's left of his ear here. But I'm gonna actually put a bit more brown into his hair, into the hair on his head rather. I think I'll darken that a little bit. Holy cats, guys! It's after midnight. After midnight, I'm gonna have to call it a night, my pretties. Yes, even monsters need to sleep. Like I'm gonna go to sleep right after this. Like that'll happen. That never happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it an evening, guys. I hope you had a great time watching. Man, I had a great time drawing for you guys, and having you guys watch me draw was a lot of fun. Again, and I can't wait to do it again. Are we gonna do this again? Yes, we are. I'm very much looking forward to it. So I will let you know when on my socials, of course, and we'll do it up. I can't wait. More zombie drawings. Look at that. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Yeah, it's this. It's a rendition of this Donkey Kong game poster. That's what the organizers wanted me to do, and I said, man, I can't wait. And I'm gonna, instead of rocks, I'm gonna put brains. And they were like, yes, please do it. And I was like, okay. So there it is so far, and you'll see me ink the rest of it and finish it because now it's all home free. We're all home free for inking. All the washes are pretty much done. I will put some gray areas here and there. But for the most part, it's just going to be inking it. And oh, you know what? I'm going to actually add the red to the tie before we go. But that'll be it. After that, it'll just be inking. So really looking forward to that. And that's what we're going to do next live stream. And you know what? I'm also going to do some more of the sketch drawings. Create more weird details and all kinds of stuff with those, and do it from scratch. Do it from scratch, guys. A lot of people want to watch me do stuff from nothing, and I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That's great, and that's what I'm doing with that series too. I'm creating a series out of it, and. Yeah, I'll be doing some more of those the next time as well, the next live stream as well. So tune in for that. Again, drawing from scratch. I'm going to be finishing this drawing for the Northern Game Expo, which again I can't wait to go to. That'll be so much fun. Yeah. But I'm going to, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's been over 3 hours. I know that the views are starting to increase, but I have to go. I have to finish. I have to finish up. I have to call it a night. So guys, I usually start at 9. If you guys want me to start or keep going later, I will. But I usually figure midnight is good. So. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. We're really getting close to the big 500. So again, Rob is saying goodbye and best wishes and love. Thank you for coming.